Oh my God. I'm actually lost for words. Oh my God. Well, hello there and welcome to another episode of Cocktails with Ciara. My name is Ciara and I'm showing you how to make easy and delicious cocktails at home. So in today's video, we are going to be making a cocktail that is probably the most requested one on my series to date. Ever since my second video in this series where I made an old fashioned, I've been getting comments to make this cocktail. And so in today's episode, I'm going to be making a Sazerac. I'm extremely excited to make this cocktail for a number of reasons. One, I absolutely love whiskey. Anyone who watches this show will probably know that. And the other thing is that I've never actually made or even tried a Sazerac. I always end up going for an old fashioned if I'm ordering a whiskey cocktail when I'm out and about. Sometimes if I want something a little sweeter or fancier, I go for a whiskey sour. But a Sazerac is something that I've never ordered, and honestly, I don't think I see it on that many cocktail menus in Ireland, so maybe it's something that is more popular in the US. However, I'm going to do my absolute best to really nail this and stick to the Bible of how to make a Sazerac, and hopefully I can do a good job. So before we get into the history of this particularly interesting cocktail, I would like to take a second to let you know that I have launched a Patreon for my YouTube channel, which I'm very excited about. So if you enjoy my videos and you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, I have a bunch of different tiers, but you'll also have access to some exclusive content that is just too tipsy for YouTube. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. Now let's get into the history of this cocktail. According to my research, the Sazerac is hailed as one of the oldest cocktails out there, which is a huge claim. A lot of people claim that it is the oldest cocktail, but I think that is disputed. It is also the official cocktail of New Orleans, which is a place that I would absolutely love to visit one day because it sounds like such crack. And the reason why it's the official cocktail of New Orleans is because it originated there all the way back in the 1850s. We are talking a very long time ago. Apparently it is named the Sazerac because it originated from Sazerac House, which was in New Orleans, and the story goes that the Sazerac was actually a variation on another extremely old cocktail called the improved whiskey cocktail. Okay, so enough history talk, let's get into the ingredients. As you have probably guessed already, this is a whiskey-based cocktail and the preference is to use rye whiskey, which I'm going to be doing today. So I have a bottle of the Jim Beam pre-prohibition style rye. I don't think I've actually tried this before and I'm very excited too. It is 40%. Another key ingredient in making a Sazerac cocktail is a couple of dashes of Peychaud's bitters. These are not too dissimilar to Angostura bitters, but they're a little bit sweeter. And interestingly enough, these are also a product of New Orleans. Some recipes for the Sazerac use simple syrup, but I'm going to be sticking to the traditional recipe as much as possible. So I'm going to use sugar cubes, which I have here. We are also going to be using some lemon peel to add a little bit extra flavor, some aromatics, and just a nice little garnish as well. And then the final thing that we're going to be using in the Sazerac cocktail is, interestingly enough, absinthe. For the purpose of this cocktail, I picked up a smaller bottle. This is Absinthe Premium. It's by Trenet. So this is 60%. I feel like it'll do the job nicely. This is technically used as a rinse in the cocktail. Now you can use an atomizer and spritz it into the glass if you want to mist it and cover it properly. I don't have an atomizer and I'm sure a lot of people at home don't have atomizers. So I'm just going to pour it in the glass and do a little bit of sluicing. To be honest, I probably won't dump the absinthe. I'm probably going to keep it in the cocktail, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So now that we've covered the history and all of the ingredients in this cocktail, let's get to making it. This cocktail traditionally is made in 2 chilled old-fashioned glasses, or basically 2 chilled whiskey tumblers. So here we have 2 beautifully chilled glasses. Let's set these to the side. I'm going to start by doing my absinthe rinse. I love the herby, mentholy smell of absinthe. It's so nice. I know usually when I do these cocktail videos, I take a shot of each of the alcohol, but a full shot of this would probably use half the bottle. So I'm just gonna do a little capful and just taste it. Oh, the heat in your mouth. It's delicious. So I'm gonna use the same again, just a little capful, like really not that much. I'm gonna tip this in. I recently, for my birthday, went for cocktails in a very fancy place in the Westbury called the Sidecar. Gorgeous little cocktail bar. And I had some absinthe cocktails, and let me tell you, they were divine. So if you're looking at a cocktail menu and you see absinthe in something, don't be afraid of it. Give it a chance. That looks good. So let's go ahead and build the rest of our cocktail. 3 to 4 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our sugar cube, pop that in there. We're going to take the back of our bar spoon, which is used for muddling, and we're gonna give that a little bit of a muddle. Now we're gonna go ahead and put in our whiskey. Ooh, smells nice. Obviously, I'm gonna have to taste this before I put it in the cocktail because it is the first bottle of Jim Beam Rye that I've purchased. So we're gonna try a little bit of this. Cilantro. Oh, it's got a nice little kick to it. That's lovely. So we're gonna go in with 60 mils, which is a decent amount. Let's pour that in. Now I'm gonna give it another little muddle. I don't really want the sugar to completely dissolve. I like a little bit of the kind of gritty texture when I have sugar in cocktails. Now I'm gonna get a little bit of my lemon peel. Now this peeler is really bad and I need to get a better one. Oh, that's good. Sorry, I did not have a lot of faith in this peeler. I was using a knife, which I was chastised for in the last video. A little tip that I've learned myself from making cocktails a lot recently is to try and have your garnish ready to go, because when your cocktail is ready, you have your garnish ready to go, which means there's less dilution in your drink. Now, for this cocktail, we want a little bit of dilution because it is very strong. So we're gonna add in some ice and then we're gonna give it a stir for maybe 15 seconds and just let it dilute a little bit. Pop our ice in, give this a little stir. Okay, now let's give this another little rinse. I've decided I am not going to tip the absinthe out. Why would I waste perfectly good absinthe? And I know some of the cocktail recipes choose to leave it in, so I'm just gonna follow them and leave it in. The absinthe rinse makes the glass smell so good. We're gonna strain this in, add the garnish, and then it's good to go. Color is gorgeous. I'm just gonna give it a shake because there's a lot of sugary bits coming out and I want those. Now that we have our garnish ready, I'm going to do the jazzy little bend, get some of those lovely little aromatics into the glass, and I'm gonna wipe around the inside and outside of the rim just to add a little bit of flavor, and then I think we can just give this a little bit of a jazzy twist and pop it in. Now you'll probably notice that this cocktail is really low down in the glass, and that is intentional. It's supposed to be like that. This is definitely a sipping strong drink, which is why I am so excited to finally try a Sazerac and keep you happy in the comments. I feel like at this point, you know what kind of cocktails I will like better than I will. So when people keep telling me that I'm gonna love this, I'm kind of going in with high hopes. Are my hopes too high? I don't know. Without further ado, we're gonna do the taste test. Let's head on over to my Dr. Evil chair, because I know you don't like when I call it my cocktail drinking chair, and let's see how she tastes. All right, it is time to finally try this and see what the fuss is all about when it comes to the Sazerac. I wanna make sure the sugar is like distributed evenly, so I'm just gonna give it a little swivel. Okay, let's go for it. Oh my God. My immediate thought after drinking it is how smooth and easy to drink it is, which is interesting considering it is basically just whiskey, bitters, and absinthe. I'm gonna make a very bold statement and say that I prefer this to an old fashioned, but I'm gonna try it again just to be sure. My God, this is good. Thank you so much to the people in the comments who recommended that I try a Sazerac. You were absolutely right. It is delicious. It's one of those drinks that you taste with your nose before you taste it with your mouth, because as soon as you stick your head in the glass, you get the hit of the lemon. It's beautiful. You also can kind of smell the absinthe. The whiskey's kind of adding a little bit of spice in there too. So, and like a lot of drinks that use muddled sugar cubes, it gets sweeter the more you drink it. So as you get to the end of the glass, you're tasting more and more sugar, which is just making my cheeks tingle. It's absolutely delicious. Oh, I am definitely going to be making these again. It's really easy to make. It doesn't have that many ingredients. It packs a serious punch. Is that not the most perfect cocktail? I don't even want to finish the video. I just want to sit here and enjoy this. I am so happy. If you are a Sazerac fan, how do you make yours? Do you veer off the original recipe? Let me know. So if you enjoyed watching me, an Irish girl, make cocktails at home, I will link a playlist up here. I have so many other easy cocktail recipes that you can make at home. Listen, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. And if you have not already, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every single week, and I would love to have you back for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Slán!